Without a word, he took his daughters and left the city. The mountains rose in the distance, and there, among the shadows of the rocks, they would find refuge. The path was steep, but Lot did not stop. Each step took him farther from Zoar and closer to the only safety he had left, the solitude of the mountains. The wind blew across the devastated plain. Sodom was behind him, Zoar too. Lot had no city, no wife, no land to call his own. Only the mountains remained, and the echo of all he had lost. The sun disappeared behind the mountains as Lot and his daughters reached the cave. The journey had been long, their bodies exhausted, but there was no other choice. Zoar was behind them, and the ruined plain was now just a memory, covered in dust and ash. The wind whistled between the rocks, filling the cavern with a cold murmur. There were no doors, no walls, no roof built by human hands. Only stone, shadow, and the emptiness of an uncertain future. Lot collapsed onto the rocky ground. His daughters watched him in silence. Fear still reflected in their eyes. They had lost their home, their mother, their city, and now they were here, far from everything, surrounded by the echo of the wind. The fire no longer burned on the horizon, but the weight of destruction still clung to them. The cave was no home, just an improvised shelter. A crack in the mountain where they could hide from a world that no longer wanted them. The man closed his eyes. Everything he once knew had vanished. The wealth of Sodom, the comfort of his life, the days when he never thought judgment would come. None of it remained. Only the sound of the wind, only the silence of a cave lost in the mountain. The cave was cold and dark. The fire of Sodom was behind them, but the shadow of loneliness wrapped around them. Lot's daughters watched their father in silence. The man who had once been a leader in the city was now only a ghost of what he had been. His eyes were empty, his body hunched under the weight of sorrow. He did not speak. He made no decisions. They too had lost everything. There was no home to return to, no relatives left, no path ahead. The mountain was their prison, and the cave their only refuge. Days passed, and fear gave way to anguish. The idea of a future faded like the echo of wind among the rocks. They looked at each other. If they did nothing, their lineage would vanish. Fear became a reckless thought. What the destruction had not consumed, desperation was about to. The fire of Sodom was behind them, but the weight of judgment still lingered over the cave where Lot and his daughters had taken refuge. The silence of the mountain became unbearable. There was no one left, no village to turn to, no man with whom to build a new family.